Hey everyone, this is Marcus Johnson, your instructor for your English 1101 class. If you're looking at this means that you are enrolled in my online class, so I've just posted it into your group so that you can gain the benefit of this extra resource. This video is going to be pretty quick. There are three things it's going to focus on. We've covered number one, which is letting you see my face and getting a feel for who I am. So if you see me in the hall or around the city, say hi. But this is me. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how to format your paper. And then lastly, we're going to look at creating a thesis statement. And we'll talk about the significance of the thesis statement. But first, let's talk about formatting your paper. The first thing we want to focus on with formatting your paper is your header. Basically, your header is where you tell me who you are and all of this good stuff. If you see where the cursor is now, it's top of the page to the left. This is where I want your header to go. And your header is going to include the following. First, on the top line, you have, well, actually, let me do this first. You could choose, I prefer that you use Times New Roman for your font style. So give me just a second to change this. And if you use Times New Roman, use 12-point font, please, just so I could read it. And we want to double space unless you're otherwise told. So first, let's get Times. There we go. We got Times New Roman, 12-point font. So again, the first thing in your header is your name, your first and last name. Then you have my name, Mr. Johnson. Next, you have English 1101. And if you're in the online class, please put online so I don't get you mixed up with the other classes. I appreciate that. And then finally, you'll have your date. Now, the heading, we don't want that to be double space. So if it double spaces it, what you'll do is you'll highlight it, and then up here, you'll click this icon, go down here to remove space after paragraph. And you see it pulls that all together. After that, we're going to hit enter to go down to the next line. And on this next line, what I'm going to do is add space before paragraph to put some space between the header and this next line. So one more thing about the header. The header is not in the heading of your paper. I don't want it to appear on every page if you have a page that covers multiple pages, a paper that covers multiple pages. We don't need the header on every page, so don't put it in the heading area, and I'll show you how to get into the heading in a moment. So we put this extra space here, and then we want to center it because here you'll put the title. Now you could just put the title, whatever essay it is, such as if you're writing cause and effect, you could just put cause and effect essay here if you want, or if you want to be fancy and try to get some cool or style points, you could give your paper a particular title. Personally, I like that added touch of giving my papers a personal title, but you don't have to do that. That's not a requirement, but something needs to be on the title line. So make sure we take care of that. So we have our title here. Now, if you have a paper that's going to be multiple pages, remember this is not going to be in the heading section. Your header goes down here, but we could create a page number. So go to the top, double click in that area, and it pulls up a header section up here. Now what we want to do up here, your page number should be the top right. So we're going to go to page number, top of page. Give it a second to catch up. I have a slow internet connection that's making the whole computer run slowly. So here it gives us these options. It has top left, top center, top right. Let's click top right. And now you see top right in this heading section, it has the number 1. Now what you want to do is you could put your last name, or if you have a common last name, you could even put your first initial and last name there, so we can distinguish between you and other students. When you do this, this puts this right here on every page if you have multiple pages. So it's a nice touch if you know you're going to have multiple pages, just in case wind blows all the papers out of my hand and they mix together and they're not stapled. This way I can get your papers back in order, so that's helpful. Alright, so after you do this, you come back down here. Make sure you indent for all of your paragraphs, and if you need information on how to indent, you can reach out to me and we can set something up. But you indent each paragraph and you start writing after that. The next thing we're going to talk about is your thesis statement. So I'm just going to do this. Alright, so when you think of thesis statement, I want you to think of a three-pronged fork. And I'm going to see if I can find my picture of a three-pronged fork here. There we go. Alright, it's facing the wrong way though. Here we go. We have a three-pronged fork here. Now, this three-pronged fork, it actually has four parts. So I'm going to make it bigger for you. Alright, there we go. So the three-pronged fork has four parts. And those four parts on the fork right here, the part you hold on to, I'm just going to call that the handle of the shaft. Without this, if you just had the prongs, you may be able to get through eating, but it would be kind of difficult. So it works best if you have that handle. And then over here, you have your prongs. If you had just the handle, it wouldn't really do you that much good trying to handle your steak. So it's better if we have the handle or the shaft and the prongs. Same thing with your thesis statement. It has that handle and those three prongs, so those four parts. So first of all, the handle of your thesis statement, we're going to call your assertion. Your assertion is the place where you make a statement that's going to be the basis for your entire paper. And you'll see this better when we do the example in a moment. Now, in order to support your point, you're going to support this assertion with three parts, three chunks, basically. These three chunks we call your prongs. These prongs, they actually hint at what your body paragraphs are going to be about. We're going to talk about your body paragraphs in another video. So we're just going to have three prongs of paper here. So now let's look at an example. The example I'm going to use, let's say I'm writing a paper about the itsy bitsy spider. I'm analyzing the itsy bitsy spider. Alright, so I'm going to do my brainstorming on the page. So first I have itsy bitsy spider. Alright, now I want to say the itsy bitsy spider is an encouraging tale. This is my assertion. Alright. You could use a because statement right here, but I'm going to use about for this example. So, and now I'm going to put my prongs. So, Itsy Bitsy Spider is an encouraging tale about working toward goals, experiencing setbacks, and persevering. So, what I'll do here, fix that. Oh, excuse me. Alright, late in the day having some spelling issues, but that's what spell check is for. So we got that fixed. So now I have my thesis statement here, and let's make sure that it has the handle, which is my assertion, and my prongs. So this is my assertion or my handle right here. The itsy bitsy spider is an encouraging tale. So I'm going to highlight that in green. All right. So about is just the word that I'm using to connect my handle to my prong. So I'm just going to bold that and italicize it. And now I'm going to highlight my prongs in a different color. Let's go for good old yellow. All right. So here we have in green my assertion. We have about, which is connecting my assertion or my handle to my prongs. My 3 prongs. Number 1, I have working toward goals. Number 2, experiencing setbacks. And number 3, perseverance. So each one of my body paragraphs are going to align with these prongs. Your thesis needs to be at the end of the introductory paragraph for every single one of your papers. If you don't have your thesis statement in there, you don't have a backbone or a spine for your paper. It's like taking your backbone out of your body. It leaves you basically a non-functional person for the most part. Um, we don't want an essay that's a non-functional essay or a pile of mess. So make sure you have this in there so you don't start off in the red as far as your papers go. And that is going to conclude this. If you have any questions about this, hit me up. Send me a message through Angel. And remember, only contact me through messages outside of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. So no messaging to me between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. please. All right, and just give me any feedback. If you like the videos or something I can do to help you connect with the videos better, reach out to me, okay? Thank you.